ankle starts to be nudged. Okay, so you're following an order. I got that upper body. It's legit. Obviously, me personally, the delivery probably can always be better, but you know, I'm just ripping these off. It's for the good people. Take advantage of them. They're free, so don't expect them to be perfect. If you want perfect, that's how it works. Okay, so anyway, until then, lower body emphasis on feet, calves, Achilles, ankles, tibialis, pretty much knees and lower. Got a few requests to get that in, so let's get it started. I did put a tentative plan together, but I also want to get the time going. So here's how we're going to start. 30 seconds on my main isometric hold. It's actually going to be a manual hold because we're going to be creating force at the lowest position, constantly pressing with our feet. I'll show you what I mean. For 30 seconds straight, 30 seconds rest, 6 times. So what we're gonna do is find a wall. I should be able to see. Let's just say this was a wall. Because I can use that wall, but I'm not able to see it. I would not be like this, but I push my foot, press my toes against it, and press the ball of my foot in the ground. So it's pressing against the wall. I'm pressing the ball of my foot against the ground and pressing my toes against the wall. I'm gonna do that with both feet against the wall. All right. And we're gonna do 30 seconds. I have a stopwatch. Where could a little stopwatch have gone? Literally have no idea. So it doesn't matter. I have time here. Silly old me. All is right. All right, let's get down to it. I wasted a minute, I apologize, but you know what to expect. This is what we're doing prop-wise while we're at it. I did the funky mat design. One mat, no mat, doesn't matter. You know, I'm not even sure if we're gonna need blocks, but I got them anyways, so don't sweat it if you don't. A chair, you'll notice I got a little pad. It could be a blanket or something along the lines. This doesn't need to be a chair, this is for a back leg elevation. I have a weight, there's my stopwatch. And I have a little sweat rag. I think that's all we're gonna need. If we need anything else, I'll let you know and give you a chance to go get it. Now, facing the wall, this is called stone feet. So I like to give the wall a hug or whatever you're doing. If you can't, you get kind of close. Put your feet up and do one at a time. And kind of press. And I push the ball of my foot in. Another one. Push the ball of my foot in. Squeeze the glutes, draw on the core. Go. Now, you're pressing the ball of your feet straight in the ground, you're pressing your toes in the ground. You should feel lengthening, you're creating that. It's on you. You're not just letting gravity do it, you're constantly pushing it. We're doing this for 30 seconds. You'll notice each time you'll get more and more length and you get, maybe all your toes aren't touching the wall. Like mine, for example, I got midget toes. Now, there's a problem with that, but it makes it tougher, so all my toes aren't touching, not yet, but hopefully by then they will be. 30 seconds, good. Rest, shake it off. Matter of fact, on this 30 seconds, just drop down to your knees, untuck your feet, and just sit, stretching the backside, no big deal. While you're down here, focus on your breathing. We're always breathing through our nose. It's a 4 count inhale, brief pause, 8 count exhale, brief pause, 4 count inhale, 8 count exhale, 4 count inhale, 8 count exhale. Notice I don't say the brief pause, it's so brief, it's like a a little choked up there, but you see it's so, it's just like part of the transition. All right, let's come to the wall now. Same thing, 30 seconds. Starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, begin, press, push. If you need to readjust, go ahead. Try not to though. Own with what you did. Press the balls of your feet straight into the ground. Squeeze the glutes, try to do a leg curl. Press the pads of your toes into the wall. Fight the good fight. It'd be nice not to use the wall, but it is a lot easier to create the feeling using the wall until we are strengthening and lengthening up. Let's go. It's been 5 seconds. Good. You know the drill. Come on down. Press the balls of your feet in. Squeeze your glutes. Hips come forward. Drop your knees. Untuck your toes. Sit back. Feet 6 inches. Press the backs of your feet into the ground. You're not just relaxing. You're pressing the backs of your feet in the ground. If you want, you can lean back. In fact, I want you to lean back so you're actively lengthening the tops of ankles. I know you feel it when you lean back. Also, draw your core in, compression, all the way in, hug your ribs in, draw it upwards, cross over your hands. Let's go, 5 seconds. You can squeeze your glutes as that helps as well. Good. Come down up. You know the drill. That was just 2, doing 6. Get in position, we're starting right. And now, press. Press the balls of your feet in the ground. Press the pads of your feet against the wall. 2 motions happening there. Feel that lengthening through the bottom of your feet, through the back of your toes. All of it. You should feel it everywhere. Let's go 5 seconds. Squeeze your glutes. Draw your core in. Don't arch your back. Posterior tilt. That means glutes roll under. They don't go like that. They go like that. This is posterior. This is anterior. Posterior, anterior. Alright, cool. Make sure you're doing a post in the anterior. Posterior. Make sure your legs don't want to come out like that. And make sure when you're doing an anterior, no weird stuff happens. You're always dragging the balls of your feet straight in the ground, coming down to the resting position. Not even. Straight legs, straight ankles. Push the tops of your feet into the ground along with your shins. Roll this in. Keep your knees on the ground. You want to put your arms out like that, that's fine. I actually have a separated shoulder. Hopefully you can't tell. I have been arcing it. It's a machine some of you might be using right now. Amazing for injury. It's probably what I do best. So if you're hurt, been hurt, still hurt, because people can't fix injuries right, I'm your guy. I'm always will be your guy. I'll be able to you die and suffer from pain, or you just hit me up. Hit a good man's money. Get it done. Get what needs done. Get what needs done. Good. All right. What was that, 4? I think that was 4. All right. 2 more. Hey guys, again, if I mess up count, it's not because I'm trying to cheat it. It's because I am legit bad at counting, but I'll get better for you. Either way, we're pretty damn close. It's not the end of the world. All right, get in there. Ready, and begin. Spread those toes. Push the balls of the feet in the ground. Squeeze your glutes. Try to press your body on the wall. Press your toes into the wall. Focus, focus. 15 seconds. Focus on your breathing through the nose. If you do the 4 count inhale, brief pause, 8 count exhale, brief pause. You're pretty much hitting 15 seconds of breath every time. That's 2 breaths. And once you get really good at this, the breathing will actually be a 8 count inhale, 8 count exhale. Obviously, the brief pauses that happen naturally, I shouldn't even have to say them, but that's 16 seconds. But everybody, including myself, on most days, I'm 4-8. Some days I'm training hard, and I'm on it, I'm an 8-8. That's a beautiful thing. Come on down. Same thing. Press tops of your feet in the ground, press your shins in the ground. Draw your core and belly button in towards your spine. Squeeze your ribs in. Arms out in front of you. Hold in. One. squeeze your core, your ribs. Go side to side, feel a stretch in your ribs. Good. Last one. Against the wall, we're not going to finish with those. We're just doing this. 30 seconds. Ready? Push. Begin. Go. So I slipped there. I have socks on. That's stupid. It's better to go barefoot. Sometimes when it's slippery, you're going to get a little sweaty, a little wet. Grip's better. Halfway. Always make sure your lower body, your core, and your upper body in position. I explain it every time. I'm trying to do it less and less, even though I keep talking. But I will talk less as we go on, and I will consolidate the cues. So it's the same shit over and over. Good job. We did that. And as I am, you get us ready to transition. If you want, you can go through vinyasa. If you're trying to make it yoga-esque. If not, stand there at attention, feet 6 inches apart, upper body, core in position, breathing in and out through your nose, focusing, visualizing. What we're going to do next, we're going to do heel and toe walks. I'll show you exactly what that means. This is a good time to explain core and lower body positioning. So, don't need this. Lower body positioning and opposite lower body or lower body position, whatever. That's how I'm going to cue the whole thing, but here's what I want. I just showed you anterior and posterior tilt, right? You can Michael Jackson, roll your hips under, where it's like that, or you can Beyonce, pop that booty under, posterior, anterior, posterior, anterior, anterior, yes. Still drawing your belly button in, still trying to squeeze your glutes in. You're just pushing that booty up, posterior, yes. Drawing in and up, squeezing ribs in. That's it. Remember, 6 inches apart, knees, hips, ankles, directly over each other. None of this, none of this, none of this, none of this. Lots of people seem to think, well, first of all, no. You draw your belly, exhale, you draw your belly button in up towards your spine, that engages your core. And then these muscles on the sides here, these rib muscles, these are called your serratus. They're your second ab muscle, and they're responsible for using your diaphragm, which actually adds 10-30% oxygen. So also crucial why you breathe through your nose, not through your mouth. It's all right if you need to take an exhale through your mouth every once in a while to cool it down, but we're not mouth breathers. So keep in mind, your core is always going to be engaged. And if your core is engaged properly, you're never like arched like that. Your core can be engaged and arched, but that means your ribs aren't hugged in. And you'll see people like benching, like squatting, like just major arches. They don't know how to use their abs. It's terrible. And that's going to lead to all types of issues in, starting with the lower back. So let's just get that out of the way. So when I say lower body in position, feet 6 inches apart. Why 6 inches? Because that is the natural mechanical distance we're at. People somehow think we're wider. I don't know why people squat this wide. You will never make a cut with both feet on the ground in any sport or anything you do unless like you're surfing, your feet will be wide. But the way that your weight transitions, it's equivalent to if they're in at a normal stance. You just gotta keep a wide for integrity of the balance. So, but for the rest of the sports, if you don't cut, like, none of that happens. You're always right here, boom, 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 boom. Like it never, your feet come in at hip distance always. So what's hip distance? It's not here. This is so close. Like this would be like I have wide shoulder distance. Like if I'm gonna say where to grip a bar, I relax my hands, I curl up, I grab the bar. Whatever, relax my hands, with making my proud chest. That's where I grab the bar. Hip distance, 6 to 8 inches. That's your pinkies inside your hips. Not your pinkies outside your hips, not your big toes outside your hips. That's so important, all right? And everything stays in line. So getting to that point, get your lower body in position, posterior tilt, squeeze your core. So So, boom, draw core in, squeeze glutes. This is staying straight. We're gonna dorsiflex our foot. That means pull our toe to our knee on both feet, so we're like this. We're gonna try to take as long of strides as possible, like this, while keeping our glutes squeezed, our core engaged, everything straight. You'll notice you'll wanna go like this. That's bad. Fight hard to keep straight up. Try not to let the balls of your feet hit the ground. Keep your legs straight. Squeeze those glutes. Keep checking in. Try to make them long, but keep everything upright. If you start loosening right here or right here, then make them shorter. We'll work your way there. So you can do that 30 times. Just keep going. And when you're done, we're gonna do on our tippy toes or our toes. So like once you get to the balls of your feet, press even higher than you can. Same rules apply. Squeeze your glutes, pelvis goes under, posterior tilt. Don't let anything roll out, don't let your knees roll out. Everything's straight forward. So you're using the inside of your legs too, wrapping your thighs inwards. Squeeze your glutes, posterior tilt. Draw your core in, squeeze your ribs in. Keep everything firm, right here, long strides. Oh, Siri, quit talking to me. Siri, please. Please, Siri, please. Silencio. Okay, so 30 times. If you got confused with that, roll through it again. I'm sorry for all the talking there, that was important. Now you know lower body, you know core. Keep in mind on lower body, when you are just standing, you're pressing the balls of the feet in the ground, and then the whole foot. First thought, balls of the feet. Second thought, whole foot. So athletic movements come from the balls of the feet, not the heel, not pressing through the heel. You are always driving straight into the ground. What does that mean? When you're standing here, press the balls of the feet in the ground and try to do a leg curl. You're always going to feel your glutes and your hamstrings activated as well as your core. Those three muscles are constantly getting worked, and you'll notice you'll feel it in your calves as well. People don't have those muscles because they mechanically haven't learned posture yet. And the next thing goes for like proud chest and all that. Those are developed through mechanically doing things right, which we're going to get into. So you're probably still walking around, and I hope you are, because what we're getting into next is altitude drop, calf jumps. So 3 sets of 30. I'm going to show you, and let's just do them together because I've already wasted some time and I'll talk along the way. So legs straight. Movement is just coming right through here. Dorsiflex, point. Dorsiflex, point. But always be pulling your toe towards your knee. You don't ever need to point your toe down. So it's just like this. But straight legs through the ground. You're popping off the ball of your foot 30 times as high as you can. 17, 18, out here. Boom. 30. So we're going to do that 2 more times. So I'm sure you felt it, but did you hear it? This is like this movement was happening, minus the stayed straight the whole time through my foot. Exerting the force nice and quiet. Feel a lot in the calves, a lot in the hamstrings. You know you gotta keep your glutes squeezed and core engaged, just like the walks, same thing. You don't want any of this happening. I'm gonna stay straight, so you need to start like this. 1, 2, 3, 30, one more. You got it, guys. Focus on your breathing, in and out through your nose. You know how it be. 4 inhale, 8 exhale. Where's my time at? For your seconds. Bro, we got this, guys. This is perfect. 30. Ready? Begin. Oh! I have a separated shoulder. Ready? Begin. Eighteen, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Oh, guys, that was not good there. I'm sorry if my form sucked there. Oh. So I separated my shoulder really bad, which is why we're doing leg day today. And I've been ARPing it, and I made such good progress the last 2 days. I almost forgot it was hurting. I don't know what I did there, but that was not a good noise, and that was painful for me. And I know everybody says it, but I actually have pretty high pain tolerance. And what we're gonna do next, notice I use my arms there though, because I was trying to like get height without bending my legs. You know, I should have just pressed harder through the ground and not worried if my upper body didn't have to be involved. Okay, so we have altitude drop legs. 2 to 3 foot elevation, 50 to 100 reps. This is up to you. I'm gonna do 50 for the sake of this video. But this is my favorite lower body exercise. There's nothing better for getting your body aligned, stabilized, teaching your muscles to fire, teaching your muscles to stay strong in position, forcing you to use proper movement. I'll explain it as we go, okay? And if you do want to do more, just pause it and rock your other 50 out. But I'm going to be talking during this 50, so you might get 100 in the process anyway. So you see how my chair's set up right here. Here's what's gonna happen for sure. My head's gonna get cut off. Big deal. You won't have to see me talk though. Just hear me. We have the shit. So even stepping up in the box, let's make this an exercise. So switch legs each time, or yeah, you can either do it on the same side, I would say. Switch sides, switch legs. So I'm gonna come on this side. I'm gonna take my right leg. I'm gonna step up. I'm using my hip flexor to lift, not my quad. How do I know the difference? Well, if you lift with your quad, look what happens. See how I'm bent in like that? So technically, if you're gonna run, my leg still has to come to 90. It will naturally kick out briefly if you're running full speed, and then pull back down. So you added yourself 6 inches to just a half a running stride. So let's get in the habit of doing things right. You lift with your hip flexor, right here, hip flexor. See how my leg comes in at 90? When I lift with my hip flexor, when I lift really fast and pull down really fast, you'll notice a little kick out on my quad, because that's what happens. Your quad gets used because it briefly kicks out when you're running at rapid speeds. But people make the mistake of thinking quad's the way, but it's not. Hip flexor for your front muscle is more important than your quad, but it all comes down to the hamstrings, then the glutes, and the calves, and all that good stuff, not the quads. So 90 degrees, lift it up, so you're good, you're lengthened out there, you're gonna pull to the ground. Didn't need to be that loud, sorry, no, but you're gonna press the ball of the foot in the ground, keep your hands wherever, but you're gonna come up from here, but you're not gonna let your knee pass your toe. So keep this glute to the rear. I'm actually on a balance pad right now, so I made it harder, but you see how I came up? If I were gonna come down, I would try to leg curl and pull down like that. And you'll see it came down at 90. It's really good practice to do it this way. So come up, boom, we're up. Now we're in position. We're gonna do our altitude drop. So since we just did our right leg to come up, lifted our right leg to step up and come up, now we'll lift our left leg to do the altitude drop. So left leg, lift up with your hip flexor, 90 degrees. Now, from this position, foot dorsiflex, you'll notice. Picture this, both my feet in a squat, dorsiflex, perfect form in midair. That's what we're going for. So I'm gonna lift this leg up, then when it's time to go, I'm gonna go like that with that foot and press off, and then bring this one right back up using my hip flexor, keeping it at 90, foot dorsal flex. So they're the same height, same look, same posture, same everything. Right at the top, I'm at 90 degrees with my knees and my legs, 90 degrees for my legs and my hips. I'm ready to rock. What am I doing with my upper body? I forgot to address that. And this goes even all lower body, any exercise, your upper body is the same. Here's what's never happening. Your shoulders are never gonna come up, your shoulders are never gonna come forward. What they're always gonna do is they're always gonna pull down and slightly back. But think, pull your shoulder blades down. You'll notice when you do that, you get proud chest. And then you can lengthen up the crown of your head, like you're pulling on a string, hanging on a pendulum there. So it's gonna look like this, which makes your arms go forward. You'll notice your triceps right back, and as your elbows point forward, so you're ready to rock and play a safe night. Because when we do push-ups, it's lats, using your back on the way down, chest on the way up. If you're like this, it's all shoulders, no chest, no back, all shoulder injury. So anyways, back to the point. Upper body position, pull your shoulder blades down, proud chest, wrap triceps, eyes levels forward, hands ready. Lift hip flexor with that left leg, dorsal flex. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh man. I'm not gonna say anything, that was unexcusable. So now I'm gonna take this other leg, I'm gonna meet it, God, it's bounce bad. I'm gonna meet it there, then I'm gonna pull down, and I'm gonna land about just like this. I'll show you, and then I'll talk about it. Boom. So I landed like that. It could have been quieter. I didn't pop the balls of my feet in as much. I got a little heelsy. But here's what's important. When I landed, I stuck it. There was no lying straight-legged like that and falling forward. There was no lying too deep, sinking farther and falling on my ass. I absorbed the force. I stuck the landing. I felt nothing in my knees. People make this mistake all the time. Oh, I feel it in my knees. No. You gotta stick your glutes to your rear. That means your butt to your wall. It pushes your booty back. Draw your core, chest upright. Pop the balls of your feet in the ground. Once you lift your hip flexor and pull down into the ground with your hamstrings and your glutes, pop the balls of your feet in the ground at the bottom. Your hamstrings absorb all the force. You stick the landing, and it actually feels great. So now let's go right leg. So that was good. You notice I fell back at the end there, and I got all weird with my hands. I can correct that. It's alright if you want to lay off your hands like that. I try to lay off my hands, relax at my side. And you notice I stuck it for a second, then I fell back. That's fine. Remember, you can keep rocking these out when I'm talking. We can do 100 total, or we can do 50. The point is I stuck it, I drove in, I curled my hamstrings, I drove them in the ground, I fought the good fight, and before I fell back. Obviously it'd be better if I could just stick it straight up, but that is second best too. You don't ever want to fall forward, and you obviously don't ever want to watch it. So let's go left leg. Perfect. Rotate, see when I'm stepping, same thing. Right leg. Oh. So you notice to get this leg up, and I try to pull this one up, hip flexors, so they're both in the air at the same time, without jumping too much. You notice I do like a little spring, because I kind of push like that with my leg, but I'm not jumping. It just more gives me like a float for a second to regroup in the air, and I pop those balls of the feet in the ground in about a half squat. Why a half squat? Because think of it like a bow and arrow. Pull it back, create that tension, so you want to let go and you want to go. When you notice when you do a squat with your hamstrings, and anytime you do a squat ever, you pull down with your hamstrings. If you didn't know that, you know this now. People who don't pull down with their hamstrings aren't using the muscle on the way down. They're putting stress in their tendons and ligaments. And that's ultimately going to affect their performance, whether it be the weight they can put up, the speed they can put it up, the ability they can use it in life, all of those. So pull down through squat with your hamstring. You'll notice at a certain point, obviously when you squat, you want to get down to 90 degrees or just below, and you can do that. And it's really hard to keep your feet that narrow and your body that upright posture, but that's the beauty of it. You work on it. But you'll notice when you're just trying to stick a landing, you don't want to land flat like that. You'll lose all your momentum and you'll lose that tension. So it's typically about a 45 degree. You stick it and you feel your hamstrings turn on. You create that tension. From here, you feel like you explode and do anything. You create that bow and arrow tension. All right? I know that makes sense. So I'm gonna do a few more. Hopefully you're still wrapping them out, and then we'll go on to the next. Boom. See that for me, that's right there. And then it's good to, if you want to do half yours, try landing in a squat. It's also good because honestly, lots of you guys, you're landing almost straight up. I know it looks like I am too, but I am even lower than you think you are. If you think you're at the same height as me, I promise you, you're double the height as me because it's just how it works when you're on video. I've done there. Practice trying to land in a squat. You'll probably land in a half squat like I want you to, and you'll get the picture. But play around with it. I'm gonna do this thing right now. Yeah, no, but you're on the way, girl. So you get it, I'm messing around with the way we go. But the idea is I'm pushing my booty back, glutes to the rear, and his butt towards the wall. That's creating length in my hamstrings, popping the balls of my feet in the ground, absorbing and catching the force with my hamstrings. Then I'm popping up, I'm using my quads, then I use my glutes, my hip flexors kicking up the top, and I want to go back down. Okay, so keep rocking those out as I adjust for the next exercise. What we're going to do for the next exercise is supported squat. We're going to superset it with a hamstring squat. This is 30-second supported squat, supersetted with a 30-second standing hamstring. We call it standing hamstring lengthen. This is not a stretch. I'll show you and explain as we go, but you've got a little taste. But since we don't have a lot of equipment to get our hamstrings, and hamstrings are considered the most important muscle, we find other ways to do it, and a lot of time that's up to you to create the effort. So you can make this easy as hell and cheat yourself, or you can listen to me as much as possible so you can make it hard and as challenging as possible and get something out of it, all right? So, first thing we're gonna do, I'll give you the option either wall squat or supported squat. I want you to do supported squat. Why? I want you to feel that press with the ball of the foot. I want you to feel that pushing the glutes to the rear and really using that leg curl and that butt back to pull yourself lower into that squat. So I need to find something close. I can use this. So I'm gonna use this table. And get a timer right here. Perfect. So come up to the table, get close, so get even closer. Balls of the feet. This is a cue that helps me. Press the balls of the feet in the ground. If I'm ever struggling feeling the balls of my feet, I will pull my toes up. I'll keep pressing the balls of my feet in the ground. Then I'll make it so I can slide a credit card under my heels because I'm pressing the balls of my feet in the ground even more and trying to leg curl. So that always works if you're struggling. Otherwise, if you got the feel, when you got the feel, don't sweat it. I got the feel, so I'm good. I'm trying to use this as little as possible. If they were to take this away, I'm good. But I'm not aiming because this is hard. So I'm trying. I'm close to good. But I wouldn't fall on my ass as fast as you guys. So I would tell you, if you think you got it right, put some socks on. Do it on a wall, on like a cement, slippery floor. And see how long you can hold. Make sure your feet stay at 90, no cheating. Good. Oh, that wasn't even that good. All right, standing hamstring stretch. So this is the only time you're hearing me say it. Remember I say feet 6 inches apart, about like that. Perfect, yeah. So this time, with your hamstring stretch, hamstring length, I want you to bring your feet to your feet. Your toes are still 6 inches apart, but your heels are gonna be about 1 inch apart. Why? This is clinically proven. And you can bug me about it later if you have questions, just like the whole why I keep myself narrow for squats. Happy to address the same old. And this is going to help keep your tendons ligaments in line so you get in your hamstrings more and you can lengthen them and get more work better. You'll notice the difference. We're not locking our legs, slight bend, ever so slight bend. So this would be a lock. This is a slight bend, lock, slight bend. So slight bend, pushing my booty back. Inhale, find length, out towards you. Exhale, lower, find range, down towards the ground. Tuck your chin, bring your chest to your thighs. Keep pushing your booty back. You almost want to fall back on your ass, but you gotta push your heels into the ground so you don't. This is Nova. She's my street dog. We found her. Alright, I'm tired, don't worry. Keep pulling down on your own. Your breath is huge. Exhale, pull down lower. Okay, pull your chest lower. You should feel it in your hamstrings. 15 seconds. Alright, bend your knees and then spiral roll up. One spine starting bottom at a time. Oh yeah. Alright, we're gonna do it again. Right back to the table. Alright. Press the balls of your feet in the ground, push your booty back. Use your hamstrings, leg curl, leg curl, leg curl. Pull your toes up, knee up behind your hammies. Core in, ribs in. Straight posture, you got it. Halfway. 10 seconds. Good. Alright, you gotta go. Come right back down to it. Hamstring stretch. Hamstring lengthen. Inhale, find length up. Bring your arms up ahead. Give them the tapering. Make that up. Swan dive down. Chest big. Shrink your stomach. Compression, compression. Booty back, compression. Exhale that breath. Compression. Keep pushing your booty back. Inhale, find length. Exhale. Range and compression. Gimme K. Ten seconds. Good, bend your knees, spiral up. Enjoy it. Oh yeah, sweet, sweet, sweet. We're gonna rock out 2 more of these. You can do it right back to it. Alright, ready, go. Put yourself down. Leg curl down, push that booty back, leg curl down, pull your toes up, and you need help finding your hammies. Remember, you can slide put underneath. 10 seconds. Yeah, we're in it. Let's go. 8 seconds. Good. Oh, she's on the booty. Alright, hamstring stretch, you got it. Get right into it. Push the booty back. Inhale. Lion's breath, exhale through the mouth. Stick your tongue out. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, lion's breath. Through the nose, exhale through the nose. Push your booty back. Find length. Chest and thighs. Tuck your chin. Find length. Let's go. Give me that. I'm not gonna keep telling you the cues. Focus on your breathing and focus and let your breath help you find length. This should be challenging. Good. Last one. And leg curl it down. Only 5 seconds. Good. Whoo! That's hamstring stretch. That's good. Good. Bend your knees, roll it up. We did those. We're almost done, fellas and ladies. Oh, we're close. But yeah, we're so far. No, we're close. We're gonna find your chair with a pad on it. Don't be bashful. Find that. Oh, we're only 22 minutes, guys. We're good. We're finishing under 45 today. That's freaking fact. Language, language, language. Whoa, 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 whoa. My bad. Were you standing in the way? My bad, baby girl. She's dramatic, but I'll tell you this much. She won't stand in front of me no more. She probably will, actually. So here's what we're gonna do. Yeah, you're standing in front of me. Distracted the whole crew. Now I think I abuse animals. Good thing I don't have kids yet. It was an accident. Here we go. 5 seconds on. 5 seconds off, 10 seconds on, 5 seconds off, 15 seconds on, 5 seconds off, up until 30 seconds, one-legged squat, then we switch sides. A chair is the perfect height, and I like a little padding on it because I got sensitive ankles and it makes them feel better. No, it just helps. We'll see. All right. Watch out, baby girl. She don't listen. We're still in phase 1. She just called the street dog. Probably thinks I try to beat her. So, best part before we get done. Number 1, pressing that ball with the foot in the ground and gripping the whole foot in the ground. Again, if you have trouble finding the ball with the foot, try lifting your toes up. You're using your hamstring to pull down. The most important hamstring to pull down. Squeeze that back leg glute. So you feel that front hip flexor and quad lengthen, because that's how you're going to feel a shitload, to the point where your back leg's going to want to come out. Don't let it. Keep it aligned. Even if you're up higher, front leg stays at 90. Each inhale, find length, exhale, find more range of motion, lower. Keep lowering. 5 seconds, and you're going to rest here with Mendy. Ready? Make sure you're in the right position. If you need to come out longer, fine. I know this is going to bring me down to 90. It's also important when you come down to 90 that this back leg your butt doesn't rest in the heel. There's ample room where you can squeeze that leg, where it shoots this, lengthens this, and this is at 90. So this will never touch, and this will always be squeezing. Your back foot will always be dorsiflexing. It's alright if you want to rest like this, or if you want to come up and rest like this, or if you're bold and you want to do that, but you only got 5 seconds to get back down. Alright? I'm going to start with my left leg forward, because everybody likes to start with the right. And there is some meanology behind that, but Not right now, not for the way we're training. So let's do it, because eventually both sides will get done. All right, begin. Squeeze that back glute, front leg, hamstring, ball of the foot. 5 seconds, rest. Get ready, come down. 10 seconds now. Squeeze it back glute. Don't let that leg come out. Press the ball from the ground. Ooh. Rest. And get right back down. This is 15. Just keep squeezing that back glute. Keep everything in line. You don't want to feel the knee. Feeling the muscles lengthening. Press that front ball up from the ground. It's alright. Cross your hands on your chest. And if you want to rest them here, it's fine. It's semi-cheating. Or just keep exercising snack. My preference. Using counts, also my preference. Rest. Going on in 20 seconds. Go. You farting? You farting, guys? Oh yeah. You feel that my back leg burns. You know, some people feel it in their front, some feel it in their back. I feel it in my back, man. It wants to shoot out. I'm fighting a good fight. Front leg wants to fight. Definitely feeling that front leg hamstring. Good. 2 more. 25 seconds. Go. Yeah, lift my toes up. Front left leg. Oh, I'm finding length. My knees almost touching the ground. I gotta come out more. Might need a second on the bed in the back. Keep that core engaged on this stuff right here. Good. We got 30 seconds. Make sure your core stays engaged. Don't let this happen. So you keep that jack core. Keep it through the hard times and the good. Bring it on down, bring it on down. 30 seconds. You got it, guys. 20 seconds. 15. 10. 5, 3. Good. Oh, really frittata. It's a frittata. Oh. Oh my gosh. We did it. Rah. That's a lot, you know? We go to 50 sometimes, but I'm starting this off light because we're all a bunch of saps these days. Including myself. Here's the good news. We're done with that leg. Here's the bad news. You got another leg. Here's some more good news. After this, these next 2 things you gotta do are easy and quick. Oh man, I need that in that back leg. Let me tell you, it's always good to reinforce that front leg hip flexor. If you're doing this program, I know you need hamstring. You got knee problems? Hamstring. All this stuff is great for you. You should do this one every day, actually. If you had to choose between whatever you're doing and something else and this, you should pick this. If you want more variety, then you gotta pay them in. That's this guy right here. If you think someone's better than me at it, I'd say send them my way. We'll have a train off, injury off, whatever you name it. I'll add them to my list of poor souls. Okay. We're getting there. We're gonna rest about 15 more seconds. Because I'm still roasted and toasted. I should give you something fancy to do rest-wise, but honestly, like we're just walking around right now, shaking it out. You can dance. You can give it a shake out if you want. Rusty. All right. Here we go. Right leg forward. Should be just left leg before. Make sure you're at the right distance. Starting with 5, you know the drill. Go. That's good distance right there. Good. Whoop. Damn. Down. See, I was not paying attention. And Not that I'm in the game making excuses, but I have the jankiest right ankle, and it's something I'm working on every day. So, if you do have something that's bothering you, don't expect it to get good. It's been something that's bad for a while. You gotta put in work. And once you think you got it good, you quit putting in work, it's gonna go back. So, that's just the cold hard truth that I want to tell you. Each time you get hurt, it just adds to your list of daily work. This is 15 seconds. Good. Come on with that sweet 20. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hold down. Hamstring. Leg curl. Squeeze back with it. Breathing in. Good. You got 25 coming up. This is only 25. Well done. Well, that's like me. I'm 34. Might as well be 25. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know what the view of me is, but if you work out just a little bit, you take care of your diet just a little bit, you can make dreams come true. You don't need to do a lot of it. That's a lie. People have been lying to you. Come on! 5 seconds. Get it, baby. Good. Oh, fuck. We got one more. And I am toasted. Bring it on down. Down. I'm behind the game. Go. Alright, well. Woo! What do you think, Nova? Nova Scotia? Come on, 20 seconds. This sucks. Noises don't help, 10 seconds. Good. Oh yeah. Oh, not. Bunch of loud noises. Oh, Panic at the Disco. Go get it. And that. We're not done though. Now it's getting easy though. Woo! Alright, we got these things called Skywalkers. Don't worry though. We just got 30 each side. You know, we got 30 total. Unless I change my mind because it gets too easy, but I think we've got 30 total. I'm going to show you what they are. Then we're going to finish it off with some TFLs and maybe I sprinkle some abs in there. I don't know yet though. Here's the Skywalker. Get down in your Terminator, ready? Alright, get your Terminator. Hand. Oh man. You want to stay 90 degrees here. You want to try to keep your head low. So you get it. I don't have a lot of room here. You go buck well. 30 total to 50 total. Personally, that's the one you want to be doing. I just don't have the space. Rock that one out. Take your time. If for some reason you don't have the space or you got some terrible excuse to not be doing what you should be doing, which I just showed you, and you're going to do what I'm doing. I'm just tucking my toes under. I'm sitting back under my heels. And lengthening. Catching my breath. Pet my dog. Killer Nova. She go one chipmunk. A little squirrel. I see a squirrel's fault. I finished it off though. Okay. Keep doing whatever it is you're doing. Float chill out. Oh god, we're killing it. It's only 35 seconds and we got the TFLs. I might throw the abs in. No, but what do you think, girl? Bring our arm up, we can toss. We got time, I don't care. Alright, these are called TFLs. That stands for Thanksgiving forever, but never forgotten. That was terrible. Freelance, tiny. Ah man, that's what is bad. Oh, I was going at. I wasn't even fucking close. I don't know. TG. We're just gonna stick to workouts, guys. That's something for you to think about while I put you through the last one. TFLs. What are we doing here? Pretend we're gonna do a toe touch. Matter of fact, big inhale, adjust yourself, man or woman. Big inhale, press your hands in the ground. Get the dasana. Find that core. Find that upper body. Dorsiflex. Push your heels in the ground. If you have a mat, you try to create a crinkle. You feel your hamstrings. And exhale. Let your chest come out towards your thighs. Try to touch your chest towards your thighs. Exhale your breath through your belly. Create compression. As you can. Touch your toes. You can. Just show some more. Alright, now sit back, roll back. Take your arms across over your chest, keep your feet dorsiflex. Lift up your right foot, keeping it dorsiflex, but above your left foot, so we're like that. Now bring it as far out to the right as you can before it turns. So mine's right there. Keep it on a flat line, bring it back over until you can. So that's the move. Boom, boom, that's the TFL. I want 30. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I said 30, didn't I? 1, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. Siri, get off my junk. That was 30. I just, can't count. We got 30 more. Just get that breather in, And poison my oatmeal left guys after me for stealing little dogs. Alright, anyways, back to it. I'm joking. 30. Other side, left side. 1, 2, 3, 4. Straight line. 5. Core engage. 6, 7. Compression. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 23, 26, 28, 30. Oh. Alright, we did it. I'm not even gonna do whatever I had there. That was good. Let's do this right here. Bring your feet together. Inhale, chest forward. Pull up your toe, push your feet together, pull your toes. And push your legs down. It helps if you want to rock up. It's like, what am I doing? Honestly, just I'm really tight right now, but the balance of this helps. Pushing forward and going like that. You can just mix shit up, guys. That's basically what yoga is. Yeah, this is like a reverse. Earlier at top. Oh yeah, it feels good on the toes. That's what I'm going with, and that's the workout for the day, guys. We covered everything. If you want to get a little more, and actually I will finish it like this. We'll get some, we're gonna go to pigeon. Let's actually start off at 90-90, bringing that right leg forward. What we're gonna do, press this back heel into the ground, and lift up the leg just like that. We're keeping the body forward. Let's get 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now let's bend the front right leg, straighten that back leg. You can do it, press that leg, dorsiflex that leg, try to keep it even, pretty close. If you want to keep that back leg dorsiflex, that's fine. Try to keep the hips square though, most importantly, so I like to take a big inhale, exhale, push up so I come like straight up. I can push that back foot in, sink lower. What I'm going to do from here is I'm going to lift my arms up. I'm going to tap my forehead on the ground 10 times. And that's going to be the move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now I'm actually on these next 5 is I'm going to reach over. Over to the right. Tap my shoulder. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I'm gonna come over to my side. Actually, come up. Right leg forward onto my knee. Let my right arm come down to like a dragon pose. I'm gonna curl that back leg using my hamstring. Use that left leg hamstring, foot dorsiflex, curl it. I want you to grab it with the right hand, the outside of the ankle, dorsiflex the foot, grab around the arch, and kick into it. Use that front leg hamstring, and use that back leg to kick into it to pull the chest open. If you want, you can let this leg sprawl out like that to go deeper. Or you can focus on the kick. You can drop down to an elbow. Or drop to an elbow. And force the kick out. More. Alright, you're good. Now we're going to sit back. I want you to dorsiflex your foot or in a half squat. I want you to push your heel into the ground as hard as you can. Dorsiflex. You're going to feel more in your hamstring. You can cross over to the side if you want. Good. Now come forward. Cross your elbow over. Oh, there you go again, dude. There's no else here. We're doing a cross lunge right here. Feel the twist. You can keep your back leg down or up. Now coming forward, shift back. Take that right arm, touch your back ankle. Reach up high. Hold it there. Come forward. Step forward. And we're going to repeat the same thing. If I can friggin' remember what the same thing was, because we were doing such a good job until then. We just got carried away with it. So, what did we do? TFLs. Yeah. So, I don't remember. Did I do those TFLs in this set? We're doing it again if I didn't. 50. Cool. If I did, just skip them. I apologize. 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 42, 43, 44, 47, 48, 50. I really hope you didn't do this twice, but whatever. Bring that front leg forward, coming to 90-90. I'm actually going to let that left leg come straight, that back leg come 90 degrees. And we're going to do, press that heel on the ground, that back leg and left. Keep breathing forward 10 times. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright, front leg forward. Bring that back leg back, coming on the pigeon. Press this whole leg into the ground. Try to keep it at 90 degrees. If you gotta sit upright, that's fine. Whatever you gotta do to adjust, I don't care what you do. Just try to keep everything squared away to keep the pain out of the knee. If you do, let it bend back more. Now, from here, arms up, tapping the forehead 10 times. 1. All the way up. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. Alright, now we're going to the right. 5 times. 2. 3. 4. Alright, we're coming back up, coming to that lunge. One of knees down, as so. And what we're gonna do first here is right onto the ground. Take that back leg, right leg, curl it with your hamstring. Take that left arm, grab the outside of your foot, around the arch. Make sure that front leg's at 90, pressing the ball of the foot in the ground. Kick that back leg so you feel the stretch in the hip flex and the quad. Try not to let that left leg roll out and let the left shoulder, left shoulder open up with that kick. If it does roll out, go ahead, find out. Otherwise, use that in your quad to keep it in. Feel free to drop lower. Alright, now we're going to sit back into half squat. Push this heel down, dorsiflex the foot, try to make a cramp on the mat. And switch sides. Now come on forward, and then go right elbow across left leg, twisted lunge. Oops. You can lift that back leg up if you want. There we go. And shift back, take that left arm, tap that right heel. And come forward. Nice easy toe touch. Bend your knees. Come down. Roll over. Do a little happy baby, or right here. Too heavy, baby. And we're gonna finish with a nice twist. No. Twist to the left, arms, knees straight or bent, doesn't matter. Try to get your shoulders in the ground. I'm gonna go with my Keep the twist going. Just trying to torch me. So I got that left leg straight, gripped with my right arm. Now I'm going to bend that right leg with my hamstring and grip it with my left arm. And I'm going to kick into both, try to create length, and pull my shoulders down and create a bigger twist. For 3 big breaths. 4 counting now. Make an exhale. 2. 'Cause switch. Just a simple cross right now. You know where we're going with it. Straighten this leg, left right leg, run with my left arm. Man, I feel tightness in the back of the knee. I'm janky. I might go more, but you know, you gotta trust your body right now. Let's see what I can do here. But you know, you can bend that back or the bottom left knee. You can grab it with your right foot and you can kick into both your hands and feet. And create some length, which I'm going to do now. On my good side. Oh. And you can finish with Savasana. You can do a little bridge.